For the fourth video in this series, we are going to look at how we can get information about the fields in a database. So we've done the show tables, so we know we can find out the table names. We've looked at the number of rows in a table. We've looked at the data, the top 5 rows, 10 rows of data in the table. Now this one will allow us to just look at the table and say, well, okay, what field names have we got? What information have we got about those fields? So we're going to use describe. So again, we're going to use the execute query function, and we're going to use that to get information about the field in this database. So we're going to execute query, and our SQL this time is describe. And then we just need to give it the table name. So if we want to describe what's in the employees table, then we just give it the table name employees. So let's print the fields. There we go. We've got what we would expect, which is from what we saw in the schema earlier. We've got 4 fields: employee ID, first name, middle initial, and last name. And as before, it makes sense to just print it in a slightly more readable form. So we're going to create a little loop and print for each field. In fields that we got back, we're going to print that field, and this will at least print it one after another. So if all we wanted was the field names, we could just put field 0 after that, and that would just print as the field names. But this is telling us what type of data is stored in each field. So we've got an int and then 3 strings. So varchar is strings. The varchar is a maximum of 40 characters, and the int 11 is the size. So it's a reasonably small integer. I think it might be 11 digits. Which actually probably isn't quite a small integer. This also says that this one's a primary key, that null is a value that, or none is a value that some of them can have, and other bits of information.